Good afternoon and welcome back to 7 CPS Certified Peer Specialist YouTube channel, where we are introducing recovery in mental health and addiction for the African American community. Now, so what you are looking at is my playlist, fam, of my presentations and lectures promoting CPS services. What I am showing you, because I have an assignment for you, those of you who are following the 5-stage recovery process, and you are not only listening to me and understanding how you can apply this to recovery, or what I'm saying is what you're seeing in the 5-stage recovery process is the recovery process based on addiction and mental health. However, you can also look and see, as I said before, how the 5-stage recovery process can be used for any type of assault, any type of trauma that you may be experiencing. And in the case of cultural competence used on my channel, you can apply it to the African American Black individual based on post-traumatic slave syndrome, as so eloquently stated, researched, and presented by Dr. Joy. I kind of damaged her name, but she is extremely certified, very certified, I should say, in her field. Dr. Joy, D-E-R-U-Y, I believe it is. And she is MS clinical psychologist. She held an MS in clinical psychology, MS in social work, and a PhD in social work research. So we definitely have a basis by which I can hypothesize, if you will, that you can also use 5-stage recovery process for overcoming the impact of illness, of racism, and especially over the past 10 years or so with the resurgence of this extreme, horrendous way of life that has come up. So what I'm doing here, or has revisited our generation in the extreme form, because we understand that it is never gone anywhere, right? So to get back focused here, this playlist, with the playlist, I am showing you how my dually presentations, that's the blackboard that you see, right? And how my PowerPoint presentations, which are the ones you see at the bottom, okay, how they work together. In addition to these three, that was myself going over some part of the recovery process, shall I say, how I see it for the first 2 stages, impact of illness and life is limited. So that brings me, it's a nice segue into what I'm saying. So for the PowerPoint slide of impact of illness, the first one, you would use that in conjunction with the top video on the playlist here, CPS Certified Peer Specialist Service Summary. And you would also use that impact of illness PowerPoint presentation with CPS Certified Peer Specialist, the professional, that video, and with upgrade to Reason Mind. Okay? for the Life is Limited PowerPoint presentation. That's the one at the bottom, second stage of the 5-stage recovery process. You will use that in conjunction with Upgrade to Reason Mind using positive thinking. Okay. Preview Your World, Upgrade to Reason Mind with positive thinking. Upgrade to Reason Mind with positive thinking. Hashtag flip the script. Hashtag recover from negative self-talk. And then the next one that you would look at in conjunction with Life is Limited PowerPoint is the presentation and lecture regarding the script and the 5-stage of recovery process. As a matter of fact, in this case, you would do the script first and the 5-stage recovery process, and then you would look at this one last. So to go over it again, this is some homework, and actually, I would say get you a little pad. Let me get an example. Okay. You can get something that's big. Well, no. Well, yeah, you can get something like that, you know. Or I would recommend getting something like this. Okay. Something little, something that you can keep with you and jot down. But, because it's your private matters. But yeah, this could be something that you can work on because, fam, I'm going to take my time, right, with delivering the support that I know I can deliver across the board. In other words, you don't have to be one person in my office or whatever, or on my Skype that I am rendering services to. This is something that I can give to all of you at one time, and you can do. And then later we're going to have resources where I will be able to direct you to someone in your city. But that's as you all join on. But yeah, for the first PowerPoint slide of the 5-stage recovery process, impact of illness, okay, look at that in conjunction with the first 4 duly presentations. In other words, CPS, Certified Peer Specialist Services Summary, the professional, Upgrade to Reason Mind, and then Upgrade to Reason Mind using positive thinking. And then for the Life is Limited, you can start at the Upgrade to Reason Mind using positive thinking. You can probably do that for both PowerPoints, but then preview your worldview. And then positive thinking, flip the script, and the script. And so the reason why I'm telling you that, because you're going to see, and I'm going to do a video later explaining how those PowerPoint slides tie into the duly presentations or the presentations, because you're going to see the stage of the recovery process I am talking about. That we're covering first, impact the illness, Life is Limited, and then you're going to see how the CPS services relate to that stage. That's what I want you to get a feel for. And so when you look at the impact of illness, you look at that one, you know, get as best you can an understanding of what I'm talking about, follow along. Then you come back and you look at this one, right? Then you'll understand, go through the presentation, see how my cartoon character is discovering how she can use her experiences with her addictions, with her illness, and she can help others. And then you'll see how that works with that person in that stage, how her illness or her recovery that is how she can use her stories as an example. And you're going to see how in the presentation she was able to help a gentleman there And you can also see how your family can be peer support, but we don't understand that, and you're going to see that with a precious little girl. And then you go to the professionals, and I'm using my same family, my little characters, and then that also relates to impact of illness, right? That PowerPoint presentation, and you'll get to see how those services offered. And in the professional, you basically just see how she understands how she can go about sharing her story, and how you can get in any agency and help a vast number of people, and our people specifically, for cultural competence. And then upgrade to reason mind, okay, and positive thinking. There you'll see how that person experiencing impact of illness, overwhelmed, how the story of the peer specialist who shares their an addiction, shares a mental health challenge, and how their story is showing that person that there are other ways to address their disabling power of behavioral health disorder, and the triggers they're experiencing, the symptoms, dealing with the stigma, side effects, and such. And then you go on there, and then you'll hit the life is limited, and then you'll understand how understanding. Now, this is getting more cultural competence with the script. Life is limited, fam. African Americans, Black. You'll understand how oftentimes in dealing in those spaces of systematic racism, how these two videos, the script and the 5-stage recovery process, right? How that works together with life is limited, and the choices that you often have to make, sometimes under duress, stress to make, or making as a result of survival in those spaces. Not just what everyone deal with in jobs and socialization and such. So I wanted to cover this. I wanted to get us interactive, and you can start your little homework with that little book and go over the 2 PowerPoint slides, and then look at the presentations and lectures that I told you to look at in addition to those, and then you can understand how my services work with each of the 2 stages that we're doing now. So I thank you. This is getting better and better. I do understand the algorithms and what have you, that the more vids you do, the more you're getting those words out there in that space. But also, I've been dealing with the more recent impact of illness, and that's osteoporosis and its effect. So, another reason to be thankful to my high power that I can use these services and the resources and information it offers to help myself, and then be a role model for you. So I thank you. Shalom. God bless. Speak Psalm 91 over everyone. Let's get out there and get those notebooks, and let's start talking to ourselves, about our mental health. And we will be coming up with that video I promised you about entertainment buffoonery. But anyway, I digress. I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.